Hello guys, it's Milena. For a long time, I've thought about starting a Q&A sessions on my blog so that I could answer questions from the readers of the blog as well as questions that I receive through Facebook messages. But I haven't done that so far because I have some problem with cameras. I really feel nervous in front of camera, and especially when I record myself. So let's see how this goes. So all these questions that I received are about body, mind, and soul. Personal growth, and yeah, I just hope that I'll be able to help. The first question that I'd like to answer today it's about confidence. I received this through Facebook message, and if you send me these questions, and you would know that if you send me this question, I thank you for sharing with me and writing to me all of your struggles. Long message, I read all of them, so thank you so much for that. So about the lack of confidence, well, first of all, I want you to understand that if you've never felt confident about yourself, you're not alone. Most of us, this is what we feel. And even the most seemingly confident person who seems to be living the most abundant life, they would wake up sometimes on days with the feeling of not confident. So this is a universal, almost universal feeling. So you don't need to feel bad about yourself. I experience the feeling of not being confident in myself almost every day. And so it's okay. So don't need to, first off, don't feel bad about feeling confident about yourself. The first step, I think, is to detach yourself from this feeling. So even before looking at where does the feeling come from, try to detach yourself from this feeling. And instead of saying to yourself that I am a not confident person, saying to yourself that, oh, I am feeling, I'm experiencing this feeling of not being confident. So remove yourself from that feeling, and that feeling it is just a feeling that you feel. It's just not who you are. This is really important. And then this is a really big topic, let me tell you. So it's really, really big topic. So so I need like workshops in order to talk about it. But within a video, I'd like to invite you to do this thing. I like for you to start pay attention to your breath more often during the day. So notice your breath more often and try to take calm, long breath. You will notice something. Whenever you're having the feeling of not confident in yourself, your breath tends to be very short, very uneven. So coming back to the breath is a really, really great way for us to relax and to come back to our own skin. So this is what I personally do. So once you come back to your breath, you're in the present, you have the power to separate yourself from this feeling of not being confident. And only when you can separate yourself from this feeling of not being confident and can really observe it, you can change it. So where does this feeling of not being confident come from? I believe that it comes from a place of lack of self-love. Trust me, nobody can make you feel confident. Trust me. No matter how good you are at your jobs, and no matter how much your colleague praise you, and no matter how much your parents praise you, it will not help you to feel confident. It may make you feel like you're gratified for a little while, but not the feeling of confidence that I'm talking about. I feel that the only way for us to feel confident is not trying to be confident. Not trying to be confident, but trying to be who we are, and just really accept ourselves and like really love ourselves, being in the present and love ourselves in that moment present. I want to invite you to notice how your little voice speaks to you. What is the conversation that you're having to you daily? Try to stay connected to your breath. From that connection with the breath, slowly your awareness of your current reality that you're living will expand, and you will be able to notice how you are talking to yourself. what I realized in the past is that I was very often talk really badly to myself. We would do something that is not perfect. I would say that, oh my God, Milena, why you're so stupid, you're so dumb. Oh my God, how can you do this, blah, blah, blah. So I would always blame and shame and guilt myself with all of my crazy little voice talking to me in my head. And so notice this. And I want you to, every time you are saying something badly to yourself, say back with a loving sentence to yourself. The sentence that I love to use is, I am imperfect, but I've given my all. I'm imperfect, I might be perfect. Nothing's perfect anyway, even the universe has black hole. So I'm imperfect, but I've given my own. So this is what I want you to try to do. Every time that you catch yourself saying bad things to yourself, send a loving sentence to yourself. Say to yourself that you are so brave for having done this. You're so brave for trying to do this. You're so brave for showing up today even when you feel terrible. You're so brave for finishing that speech even when you're afraid. You're so brave to starting out that business even when you know that you don't know many things. So just say to yourself, use that maybe use that 2 lines, and you can create whatever loving lines that you need. But the 2 lines that work for me is, first, I am imperfect, but I give it my own. And second, Milena, say to yourself, like me saying to myself, that you are so brave and you've done this. You're so brave and you've done this. So try to imagine 2 circumstances. When the first scenario, you have someone who always stand next to you and say to you that you're so bad, you disappoint me. How could you do that? This is stupid. And the second scenario, when you have someone who stand next to you and saying, it was imperfect, but it's okay, you've given it your own. It is imperfect, but it's okay, you've given it your own. You're so brave for having done this, even when you were ready. It is okay, today you've learned and you've loved and you created, that is enough. It's okay, you are enough. I love you, you're wonderful. Imagine these 2 scenarios, how would you feel? That's different between these 2 ways that we talk to ourselves. We are the person who spend the most time with ourselves. Yes, who else? But when you stand next to you and you talk to yourself with like words of fears, of shame and guilt, and if you send a lot of love to yourself, of course your confidence will increase. Of course you feel that you can be yourself and you can be free. Of course it's easier for you to forgive yourself, then you will not have all this shame and guilt and blame that hold you back in the past and make you feel little, not large. And so I hope I've answered your question somehow. It is a really, really big topic, and there's so many exercises that you can do, but for now this is what I have in my mind. It's been something that I practice. So try it out and